The moon is mysterious, but also, so I use the same analogy almost every time I get the moon card. It's an unknown. It's a fear, but it's also a paranoia. So it's a confusion because the moon represents, let's say you're walking in the woods, and I always say the same thing. There's a giant shape in front of you, right? But you don't know if it's a bear that could eat your feet, or you don't know if it's a rock that you can just walk around. So Pisces is very much, not knowing what's going on, just not. So I feel like for a lot of you, this represents some sort of ghosting or some sort of, you don't know what they're up to. They don't know what you're up to. And maybe you guys kind of want it that way. Maybe you're just saying, I feel like for a lot of you, Scorpio, this is you just kind of like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm not, worried. I don't want to know what you're up to. And you don't necessarily need to know what I'm up to. But at the same time, I have to say, Scorpio, there's a little bit of fear of like the unknown. Like, what are they up to? Or maybe they're thinking that about you going, what is my Scorpio up to or my ex up to? It just feels very like there's no communication. You're not active on social media with each other. Again, some of you are ghosted or they ghosted you, you ghosted them, etc. Let's see what this says. But the theme of the month tells me that you may not get all the answers this month that you're seeking. All right, yeah, so there's some spilled milk here. You have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a loss, a sadness, a grief of some sort. So you broke up with them, they broke up with you. However the story went, there is some sort of sadness here. There is some sort of grief. I feel like maybe this is recent, very recent. And if it's not recent, it's still lingering with kind of a bad taste in the mouth, if that makes sense. There's still this lingering feeling of, it shouldn't have ended this way, or I'm feeling kind of sad, kind of lonely, wondering what they're up to, but I don't really want to get in touch with them. It's very much a solitude. Like you'd rather be alone. You don't really want to be with anybody. And I feel very succinct, like it's a connected energy. Like you don't want to be with anybody else. They don't really want to be with anybody else, but you kind of want to be alone right now. They want to be alone. You'd rather be alone than be with anybody romantically right now, just because you're still trying to figure out what happened, where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? And just hurt. There's an underlying hurt. All right. The next card you have is your, current feelings, how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Four of Swords. Makes perfect sense. Resting, recuperation, exhaustion. The Four of Swords is saying you're just taking time out for you. You're just taking time out. Mental break, physical break, whatever it is you need. You're just saying, I'm going into this kind of solitude mode, where I'm going to allow myself to feel a sadness or grief over this person. But I'm also going to rest and recuperate and figure out what it is I want. I feel like the moon plays a big part in this too, this mysterious, because you're really trying to figure out, is this something that I would want to pursue again? Is this something that if they came towards me that I would want anything to do with them? Or am I at a place now where I'm at the switcheroo, where it's time to move on, where it's time to do something different and start something brand new? Because again, the Four of Swords is resting, but it's a recuperation. It's trying to figure out and maintain what it is you're needing in order to either move on or decide whether you would want another go at a relationship with this person. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood, and you have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is somebody who's very generous, but also a charitable energy. And I feel like this ties in for your current situation, even though generally this is distant past. The universe is saying you really need to think about this, Scorpio, because before you're giving this person a coin. You're going, okay, well, I feel bad. I'm going to give them a coin. But I don't feel like they're giving the coin back to you. And so therefore, this is why you're needing to decide, is this something you really want or don't want? Because right here, it's like, I feel like you've told them over and over, this is how I feel. This is what I'm needing. This is, something that helps make me feel secure in a relationship. This is because there's something twisted here. Like, it's really weird. Like they had an infidelity, but then they twisted around on you. Like, even though it's, still kind of burns you a little bit or makes you feel insecure, they twisted around on you. Like, it happened once and it'll never happen again. But what about you? It's really strange. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who the minute you say, I'm upset about this, or the minute you say, my feelings are hurt about this, or this is something that would really make me, it's like turned around on you, even though it wasn't your fucking fault to begin with. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like you're working with somebody who's very good at twisting the truth, or twisting what really happened, or twisting it away from what was going on in the first place. Because the Six of Pentacles is like making me feel like you constantly take them back, or you're constantly like, okay, you're right, maybe I'm being harsh on you. And now you're like, no. You haven't listened to me this whole time, so I'd rather be alone than try and work on this right now. Like, and I feel like this is bothering them. I almost feel like the moon card here is for them, because I almost feel like this is them going, I don't know what you're up to. Where'd you go? Where'd you disappear? Because you just went into some sort of like closed off mode. I'm taking care of me. And when I'm ready to come out or have a conversation, or when I'm ready to deal with you, I will. Until then, you don't need to know hide or hair of what I'm up to or what I'm doing. Yeah. See, this is something I do feel like it was recent, but I feel like you guys have broken up, gotten back together before. I don't feel like this is the first time, but this has been a very hard time because I feel like you're actually sticking with it. Okay. The reason I say that is the Tower card is your immediate past over the past few weeks, past month or two. And this is everything coming crashing down. This is you. You had a loss. There was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Whatever you want to say, whatever analogy or cliche thing I could say here, something happened and you finally just lost your shit and went, I'm done. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I can't believe I've been doing this. I keep giving you this damn coin, but you never give it back, or you never reciprocate. So I'm done. And I feel like this was unexpected move for you, Scorpio. I feel like they expected you to just be like, oh, it's fine. Or again, the twisting. Why do they keep telling me? They keep telling me twisting. Like, anytime you have feelings or thoughts, it gets twisted back on you. Like, well, you know, maybe we wouldn't fight as much if you didn't whine or nag, or, you know, I had an indiscretion one time a long time ago and you've never let me live it down, but yet, like, they've never shown you or given you a reason to believe them going forward. Does that make sense? It's like all talk and no action with this person. And I think like you woke up one day and there was a light bulb moment or something happened to kind of push you and you went, what the fuck am I doing here still? And so the Five of Cups is almost like, and it's weird because this, now that I'm looking at that picture, it is like you're saying stuff and they're twisting it around on you, or they're not listening, or they're not understanding. And so you finally went, enough. And I feel like they're going, what? Like they didn't see this coming because it's manipulation. This person's used to kind of getting their way, or this person's used to, well, if I say the right thing, he or she will come back. But you finally realized, yeah, you say the right things all the time, but there's no action, because the Tower is a dissolution. It's a devastation. It's a tearing down. Now the foundation can be rebuilt. It could be rebuilt between the two of you if it came to that. But the Tower moment is crashing down. This is you making a decision that this isn't going to work for you anymore. Maybe it will in the future, but as of right now, this isn't. And I feel like it's freaking them out a little bit with that moon. You had last month, like the ex will return. And I almost feel like maybe they did return. And maybe that was like, you know, time is fluid. So it could be 3 months ago, 6 months from now, etc. But I feel like maybe you guys got back together. Maybe you decided to come back together and then boom, it came crashing back down. All right. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few months, and this makes sense. It's kind of what I was talking about here. You have the Hermit card, which is Virgo's card. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or have Virgo placements in your chart. But this is very similar to the Four of Swords. So over the next month or two, you're going to be recuperating, resting. The Hermit is a spirituality. It's going within, it's retreating and figuring out what it is you want and coming out wiser on the outside. I feel like you're going to make this person a little batty. And I'm just forewarning you. Nothing scary, no stalking. Maybe they're stalking your Facebook page or something, but this person is used to getting their way, or they're used to you saying, they texted you and said, hey, what are you doing? You're like, they texted me. Okay, so we're going to try and work things out, or we're going to try and you're like, nope, that's not going to work. There's some meme, and it pops in my head when I think about it like this. There's some meme where I saw a while back where it was like, you know, if you text, or I pay all my bills, I take care of my business and still have money in the bank. So if you're texting me, WYD, you can move on. It was basically saying like, you know, I have my shit together and and if you don't think I deserve more, then go find somebody else because I'm not dealing with this. And I kind of, for whatever reason, that's coming into play where again, I think it was like that. They had me at hello type situation. Only it didn't work out the way it did in that movie, did it? No, because every time they said hello, you thought, oh, okay, they're actually coming around. That's all they had to say. It was like, oh, that's all, that's it. You said hello and now I'm supposed to jump back in your arms. And it's like, you finally figured it out, Scorpio. It's weird. It's like I said, that light bulb moment came on and you went, we can keep continuing doing this round and round and round. We're not getting anywhere. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, justice is served. Big old fat justice. Justice is Libra's card, so you could be dealing with a Libra or have Libra placements. But justice is literally a cause and effect. But instead, this time, Scorpio, it's their, like, they caused this. Even though somehow I have a feeling they're going to warp this around and try and make it about you doing something, or make it about you did something wrong or you caused this. But you know in your mind now, it's almost like there's no escaping it. They did something to create this situation. Now, it takes two people to tango. And cross watchers, this can be reversed. So I'm not saying this is all you. And we all play our roles in relationships and we could all do better in treating each other better and whatever. But whatever this is, something flat out like knocked on your head and went, Scorpio, are you serious? Do you not see this? Do you not see what's right in front of you? And you went, oh shit, yeah, I do. And then you went, okay, I'm over it. So whether it's you caught them in a lie, whether it's just fighting continuously, again, whether it's just manipulation, I just get this manipulative person who tries to twist. They keep telling me, always twist around. Now, this is also a marriage card, so it could be some of you are getting back together and going to be getting married. But for some of you, excuse me, I actually think it may be the reverse. I think that some of you may be proposing divorce, or maybe you stepped up and went, I'm done. I don't want to be in this marriage or relationship. And they're like scared as hell, because I'm telling you, this energy, I keep reading off of this. And at first I thought it was for you, but now I'm adamant this is for them. Like you're scaring them, because for the first time you stuck up for yourself and you're actually following through with it, and they don't know what to do because their little, hey there, hi there, ho there isn't working in their favor anymore. Yeah. The next card you have is the Seven of Cups. Get out there. If you feel like getting out there, get out there. I mean, what's keeping you? If you're really ready to be over this, then because the Seven of Cups is temptation, it's choices, it's options. This tells me that Scorpio, some of you have major options. Some of you have there have been people waiting in limbo to see how this whole thing is going to play out, because they've had a crush on you. They've always liked you, and I kind of feel like, again, this goes along with justice is served. This is something tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end, like I said. But the Seven of Cups is very much like, if you want to get out there and see what's out there, go date or whatnot. Maybe that's what you should do during this resting period. Maybe it's just get out with friends or people you know. But I feel like for whatever reason, it's kind of going, nah. Like you did whatever you wanted whenever you wanted. You had your cake and ate it too. You told me we were going to get married. You told me we were going to get move in together. You told me we were going to eventually have kids or adopt fur babies or whatever it is. And nothing's come to fruition. But every time you're a dirtbag to me, then you come back and say, hey, how's it going? Try and make things right. And then there's no actions. Actions speak louder than words. And so I feel like you're kind of going, it's not that you're ready to meet somebody extraordinary. It's not like you're ready to meet the next person, but you're kind of going, hey, you know what? You can't seem to commit to me, or you tell me we're committed and it doesn't work, or you do whatever you want, but you expect me not to do the same. Well, you know what? Justice is served. You got what you wanted. I'm going to get out there and hang out. Even if it's just going and hanging out with friends and getting out there. I feel like you've been kind of trapped, and now why not? You're not in a relationship anymore. They can be as mad as they want. And again, they don't know what's going on, so they're panicking. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. Again, can last for a week, a day. Page of Wands, spark, curiosity, confidence. I'm telling you, Scorpio, if that's what you need is some time off to get out there, I feel like this is the universe saying, like, Scorpio, have at it. You don't owe this person anything. And I feel like you're constantly made, it goes along with the twisting again. I feel like you're constantly made to feel bad about this situation, or that, how could you possibly not want to be with me, or whatever, or what are you up to? Even if you guys were communicating but not together, they were like, well, what are you up to? Are you dating? And now you're just kind of, it's none of your business. We are not together. You are not going to guilt me into me being kind of your side piece while you try and figure out what the fuck you want with me. It doesn't work that way. So guess what? The tables have turned. Now guess what? You don't know what I want with you, and you could be my side piece because it's not working. Nope. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. You have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is success, pride, achievement, feeling good about things. And I feel like your hope is that that you figure out what it is you want, that you figure out what you're doing.